hello to anybody who's watching this video. I have to be a little quiet because, it's kind of early in the morning and my family's sleeping. And I don't know why the quality is so bad, but, it's fine. Anyways, if you've been cheated on, it hurts because because the thing is, you love them because there's a void in your heart, and they filled it with love. They filled it by telling you, I love you. They filled it by telling you, I want to get married, saying stuff like that. People, give me a second. And they reassured this void. They filled up this void by, hugging you, by kissing you, and stuff like that, And this was physical touch and emotional support that you needed every day from them. And if you didn't, then that void in your heart would stay empty. And, that void in your heart, when they broke up with you, that void in your heart is more than just empty, It's just it's even lower. It's beating, it hurts. You can't sleep, I know it hurts. Because when she broke up with me, she broke up with me because I'm gonna tell you the real story of how we broke up. Because I went on her phone and I saw her snapping this boy in a group chat, and they're something back and forth, and I was insecure, and I was overthinking, and she was thinking about it. When I confronted her, she was saying stuff like, "Oh, I don't know," and I believed it because I loved her. I didn't want to see her leave, and that's what you're doing right now. You're scared to see them leave. You're scared of seeing them, never entering your life again, And then when I got home, she sent me this long text saying how she wants to break up, but not because of that, but because of me not communicating properly, me overthinking, me doing things that weren't good as a boyfriend, I was into my size deal. And wanna know what I did? I changed, I read the Bible, I went to the gym, I prayed every night, I went on YouTube, I went to counseling to improve myself to be a better boyfriend, just for her, because I wanted to be her, I wanted it to be her, I didn't want to be anybody else, and I was assuming that she agreed and she was improving herself too, but wanna know what she did? That boy that you told me not to worry about, that boy that she told me it was something about, and he's calling me ugly, they're talking now, not even a week after we broke up, they're talking, they're making Spotify plays together, they're doing stuff on Instagram, just talking, and I assume they're going on a date this weekend, I know it hurts, I got the news yesterday, and my heart dropped, I started, I couldn't control myself, I couldn't think straight, because all I was thinking about, why would she do this to me, why would she even do this to me, why would I try my hardest to be somebody, and it's not even gonna be worth it, but if you want to realize something, man, if she cheated on you like this, it shows that, it proves that she's not the one. It proves that she's not good for you. But do you really want a girl who's, thinking about other men in their relationship? That's manipulating you, that's lying to you, and making you feel bad, and making you feel like, you're the worst boyfriend ever, and you're giving her power over you. The more you cry, the more you become depressed. You're giving her powers that she doesn't deserve, because she hurt you with that power, She's making you feel worse. And, the best thing to do is realize how bad she was to you, how much she hurt you, how much she lied, how much she manipulated you, how much she hurt you when you really tried, when you really wanted to try your best, And I love her. I still love her. And this is why I'm willing to let her leave. I'm letting her let her go. If she wants to be this person, that I never thought she'd be, because she manipulated me by saying, I don't know, dude, I don't ever know how people cheat, it's so bad, but that's how she manipulated me, making me sound like an idiot, an absolute idiot. It's one thing about how she hurt you, how she manipulated you, cheated on you, you found out that night, and you know what to do, you know. And now that void in your heart is just growing even more because that you're getting realization that you're never gonna be with her again, you know. If she comes back, don't come back. Don't go back, and she's gonna say, so I made a mistake, you know. I tried filling that void up in my heart by dating him, you know. Is that what you want? You want a girl who literally chose another boy over you? She didn't even think about how you would feel during that time. She did it anyway. Do you know how sad, you know how horrible that is? Do you know how horrible that is? I wouldn't wish that on anybody, because that is horrible, you know, because it hurts so bad on her right now, you know. I could just cry, but I'm not giving her this power where I could be sad, you know. I want to be happy, I want to enjoy life, I want to, you know, I could be crying, I could be depressed all the time, but I'm going to enjoy life. I'm going to keep posting these videos to help people out, you know. I'm going to follow my dream, you know, and I'm going to do things that make me happy, that make my life meaningful, you know, because if she wants to be this person who, you know, try to mask the pain by dating another boy, you know, try to mask the pain by vaping, by doing drugs, you know, or drinking, you know, if you want to do that, fine, I'm not going to stop her, but if you're going to do that, I'm not going to let you. I'm going to tell you that this isn't the way to go, you know. You can heal in so many different ways. And I'm going to start off by telling you to remove her. Okay? Go on every social media platform, I don't care. Any way of connecting to her, remove it. Okay? I don't care. Because this helped me so much. It helped me so much get over her, you know. This helped me realize, you know, that it just ruined my life, and it gives you options to stalk them. It gives you options to, you know, crawl back to them. And I promise you, you're gonna be alone. You're gonna be craving them, and that option's gonna be there. You know that option's there, which makes it worse. And you're gonna fall for that. You're gonna crawl through that crack that you left open, and you're just gonna go back you're gonna go back to that phase where you aren't healing, where you're just stalking them, you know, and feeling worse about it. Okay, now the best part, okay? Replace them, okay? I'm not saying to replace, I don't want, like I just said, do not replace them by quick hookups like she did. Do not take drugs, because wanna know what this does? Because you're putting on a band-aid for you. You're putting on a band-aid to mask the pain, to fill the void in your heart. And when you feel, and by the time all the drinking's over, by the time that he's fall asleep, you know, you could be up at 2 a.m. in the morning, you know, and that you could remove the band-aid because you gotta let it heal. But in reality, it hasn't healed. It hurts, you know. I realize that that void's still gonna be there. It's gonna still aching. It's still gonna be, you know, it's still gonna hurt, and you just made it worse instead of giving it that daily heal. Okay. Now, if you want to heal, I'm gonna tell you what to do. Heal by, you know, replacing the routines, but you did it for the things that benefit you. Okay. Let's say you fall asleep. Like, let's say you fall asleep on call for, you know. Now go to sleep listening to like online sermons, because these help you grow closer to God. These help you grow closer to, you know, learning about God, and these educate you. Okay. Well, let's say when you wake up in the morning, write 3 things that you're, you know, that you do today, that you want to do, and these help you, you know, benefit you by like clearing the day and like making you have an objective for the day, you know. And these simple, here's some water. And these simple things help you. You know, these simple things help you move on. They help you heal. They help you learn. They help you understand who you truly are. Okay? Because you gotta realize that you don't need them now. Okay? They're gone. They're not coming back. Stop waiting for them to reach out. They're not going to. Okay? They're not going to message you. They're not going to reach out. If they cheated on you, do not look back. You look back at her and she asks if you want it again. Just turn her down. Tell her how much she hurt you. Okay, tell her what she did to you and how you healed properly. And she did it to you. How you were trying to change for her, and she said to you. write down your notes app right now. And write down the things that she did to you, how she hurt you, how she cheated on you, how she told you that you shouldn't worry about that boy, how that boy was ugly, how that boy was, and look what she did. How she manipulated you by saying, I never cheat on you, I don't even know what cheating is, I want to get married, I want to spend my life with you. But did she? Did she keep her end of the deal? Tell me, did she? Where is she right now? I'm sorry, but she's gone, man. And there's nothing you can do. You just have to move on, okay? I'm not saying it's gonna be easy, I'm saying, because if it was easy, you'd be far past this video. You wouldn't be thinking about watching this video. You'd be moved on already. You'd be thinking about, other things, and you've been moved on, onto another girl. But it's not easy. You have to move on, and it's hard. I know it's hard, okay? Next. This is the most important one, because nothing helps you heal more than growing yourself. Growing yourself by, by going to the gym, by, learning new things, learning about God, learning about things that you've always wanted to learning how to be a better person, how to communicate better, how to be a better person overall, learning what you truly want, learning about yourself, so learning about self-awareness, learning about yourself, because I promise you, nothing detracts you more than growing in silence, growing in a way where you don't need to post on your story every day saying, I hit 400 bench PR today, or, I read the Bible verse, you don't have to do that. I promise you, God's watching, and if you grow enough, they'll notice how much you grew, into this person, how much better you are, and I promise you, they'll text you and say, I made a mistake, okay, I never wanted him, I only wanted him to get over you, and by the time she came back for you, you're gonna be so far, in your life, and you're gonna realize, you're act like, you're gonna wonder why you even wanted her in the first place, why you even wanted her back, because I promise you, you're gonna feel that, you're gonna feel, why your standards were so low, and why you always why you felt like you only wanted her. I promise you, as long as you keep growing, as long as you be this person, she's gonna notice, and she's gonna come back for you. Even if she doesn't, that's fine, because she'll be so far gone that you won't even look back at her. You're gonna look back and say, what I even want from you, and you're gonna keep moving on, you're gonna keep looking forward, keep moving on to be that person, I know it's not easy, I know it's hard. I know you want them back, but you have to let go. You have to let go and realize what they did to you, how they hurt you in ways unimaginable, how worthless they made you feel at 2 a.m. in the morning when you couldn't sleep and they were texting that boy just to get over you, just to fill that void. I know it hurts, but you can't give up. You're so far, don't look back. Remind yourself how she hurt you. Remind yourself that you don't need her, because you put your faith into her, and she found someone else. That's how you know she isn't the one, Like, oh, sorry. Like, is she even worth it at this point? Is she even worth the past? Is she even worth it? Just think about, is she worth it now? She's not, I'm telling you. I know you're acting like I'm never gonna find a girl who does this and this and this, because that's how I felt. And I don't know if I am, but maybe that's the point. Maybe God doesn't want you to feel like that. Maybe God doesn't want you to find a girl like them. Okay, I know it's hard, but you have to move on. Okay, don't give up on me. Keep on trying. I know it's hard, but you have to keep on going. Don't stop, keep pushing. Okay, good luck. Don't give up on me, okay?